This morning we effectuated the arrest of Lieutenant No with the Houston Police Department. That's where he worked, but he was certainly not on duty when he was doing these activities. He was arrested for online solicitation of a minor, which is a second-degree felony. This is a culmination of an investigation done by the Harris County Precinct 1 Constable's Office and the Houston Police Department, and it involves Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force members. You know, this case started about a week and a half ago, and thankfully we were able to work it up rather quickly in coordination with the Houston Police Department. And you know, we're just happy that we were able to make this arrest and get this case wrapped up this morning. It's very evidence intensive, and you know, the District Attorney's Office accepted the charges based on the evidence that we provided, and it's just a sad day because this guy was in our profession, and anytime an officer does something wrong, something as serious as this is just bad. And you know, there's no administrator that runs an agency that wants to have anybody that is alleged to have done what he's done involved in their office at all, or among their ranks at all. And so it's a bad day, a sad day. We're going to do what we do to protect children. That's what this unit does. That's all they do. Their job, whenever they're at the office, is to protect children and make sure that predators are held accountable that do this type of activity. He thought he was going to meet this morning with a 15-year-old girl for sexual activity, and it's just it's terrible.
So how did this investigation begin, and what led your office to identify him?
We have people, that's all their job is to get online and find people that are predators looking to engage with minors, and that's their job. That's what they do every single day. And so in this instance, they were able to start chatting with Mr. Mr. No, and make sure that you know, we started working up a case once he started doing the activity he was starting to do.
Can you walk us through the undercover operation with HPD? Any details or information you're able to share?
There's really nothing undercover. You know, once we notified them, of course, we do a lot of collaborative work together. So this particular case involved one of their own, and so we just started working the case up together, and you know, doing all the proactive things. We certainly can't give away our means and our methods. Can't do that, but I can say that it was a very collaborative effort, and they were just as interested in this case as we were, and that's why we worked it jointly. And none of us want a bad cop among us, none of us. So they were just as eager as we were.
Given that the suspect is a longtime HPD lieutenant, what message do you think this arrest sends to anyone using the internet to target minors?
Beware, because the person you could be talking with that you think is a 15-year-old girl could be an investigator or a detective working in an undercover capacity to catch you doing what you're doing. As I said earlier, these are very evidence-intensive cases. There's a lot that goes into them, and but once the case is made and the charges are filed, these are pretty strong cases. They're very, very strong cases.
Yeah, no one's above the law.
Nobody is above the law, not at all. I don't care what profession you're in. Nobody's above the law, and the public should understand that.
And what warning signs do you think parents should know or look out for online, and what steps can families take to better protect their children from predators?
Well, obviously, getting involved with your children's online persona. You know, making sure that you know where they're going, especially at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. They shouldn't be up in the first place, but if they are, you need to know who they're talking to. So you need to be active. You need to have those conversations with your children about the dangers and perils of being online. You got to make sure that you know who they're talking to, because, I mean, this guy's a 50-year-old male, and you know, and we had 15-year-old somebody. Our detectives were acting as if they were 15, and so you have to be involved in your children's online platforms and knowing where they go and who they're talking to. That's the message that we have. Don't let them sit up in their rooms at night. Turn your internet off if you can. Have that conversation about the perils of being online and the kind of potential people there are out there that are targeting them. Predators, our message to you is you could be talking to law enforcement. And so I don't ever want you to feel comfortable. You better not feel comfortable. Our job is to make sure that we work these cases up, and we do exactly what we did this morning, and that is arrest you for doing this kind of activity.
And you don't want this to shy anybody away from coming to law enforcement?
Oh, no, no, we are a very victim, just like the Houston Police Department. We're very, very victim-centric. We care about victims. And my message is also to your viewers that once you see his face, if anybody has had an interaction with No, or if there's been anything that has happened from a criminal standpoint, or you know, your child's met with them, please contact our office. We want to hear from you. Again, we'll give you all the resources that we have to ensure that you're treated like a victim, but we want to hear from you. We don't know how long he's been doing this kind of activity, so it's important that if there are any victims out there, that we hear from you and we interview you. And we're a very victim-centric agency. We care deeply about victims of crime, and we'll do our part to help you all the way through the process. But we want to hear from you if you've had, or your family has had, any interaction that involved children or anything like that.
Does your department think there's more victims?
We don't know. We can't say.
But to reach out to your office?
But to reach out to our office, please, and because we want to, you know, we want to hear from you. We really do. We have one case against them, but there may be more. Sadly, we don't know. So we know what we know, and our present case, we have the evidence and all that stuff, but we don't know if there are any additional victims out there, and that's why we would very much appreciate you putting his face out there, so that if anybody has been victimized by him, we hear from you.